Hi there, this is Penelope, and I'm your lecturer for DE4102 for the second trimester 2019. This is a video form of the course outline. You'll be given the course outline on your first day of class, but this is the video form. I'm just going to run through the main points of the course outline, the homework, sort of, the housekeeping rather. Okay, now it's an interesting thing. All of the courses have this requirement. It doesn't mean that you need 40% to pass. It does not mean that at all. What it means is that if you get 40% in your coursework, then to pass, you must have at least 60% in your exam. So that gives you 50% average. Similarly, if you had 60% in your coursework and 40% in your exam, then you would pass. Now, if you had 40% in your coursework, 35% in your coursework and 55 or 65% in your exam, you would not pass. Okay, you would not pass because this requirement hasn't been met. And similarly, you could get 65% in your coursework and 35% in the exam. And again, even though the average is 50, you would not pass because this time the 35% in your exam, that requirement hasn't been met. Okay, you will need a calculator. The fancy ones from school are unfortunately not allowed in the course, so you need to get yourselves one of these Casios. This one is particularly good. It's the 82MS, or I prefer the +2, the AU +2, because it's got this really good button here. It's got this button here. It's got a fraction button, and that stops you making all sorts of mistakes. It means you don't have to worry so much about putting brackets in, and it's just so much easier. It's not very expensive, and usually someone like the Warehouse Stationery has it on special for the first week or so of term, but you need to get yourself one of these. You will not be allowed to sit the tests or the exams with anything else. The textbook, that's under a separate recording, a separate video. So you watch that and it'll teach you how to do the video. Now, classes at this stage, and this is Friday the 12th of July, these are the times. They may or may not change. If they do change, then I'll let you know. But at this stage, it's a Monday afternoon class, Tuesday morning, and Wednesday afternoon class. Now, the classes are not optional. They just aren't an option. You must attend, but you must do some work first. Before each class, you've got to do a pre-quiz. And it just sets the scene. It hones your mind to what we're talking about. It checks that you might already have some prior knowledge. You might know what we're talking about. And if it doesn't, it shows the gaps that you need to look out for in the next step of the process, which is to watch a video. Then you need to take notes. And I will give you the format for taking the notes. I'll give you a class copy. Everybody in the class will get a copy. So you need to fill in the notes from each video. Then, when you get to class, there will be what we call a post-quiz. There'll be another quiz. And people go, oh, well, sounds like it's an online course. It is not an online course. Absolutely, categorically, at this stage, no, it is not an online course. If it was an online course, there'd be a lot more that would be online, but it's not. Basically, the videos that you need to watch are simply the modern equivalent of reading the textbook before you come to class. That's how you need to study if you're actually serious about studying. In other courses, you would read the book before class. The lecturer would let you know what you were going to be studying, but you would read the book. In this course, you watch the video. You will be given a spreadsheet of what you need to do for each class. You will also be sent a an email on the Friday before each week telling you what it is. Now, that's a lot of work, and that is one of the criticisms of the course. There is a lot of work, but that's just how it is. The only way you can get through maths is to do a lot of work. But what you will find is that I am available to help all the time. So you're not doing it alone. It's a partnership. Look at this. Look at the list of dates. These are set out well in advance. Every week you need to do an assignment and a test. I will show you that nearer the time. But every week you need to do an assignment and a test. Each of them, the assignment is worth 1% and the test is worth 1%, and they give you, in the end, 30% of your final grade. Then you'll see that there's a test here and a test here. They're each worth 10%, and then there's your final exam. So you need to plan your life so that these things come in on a Monday, the assignments come in on a Monday, every single week except for the first week. Now, it may get a little bit daunting for you. You may get a little bit overwhelmed. You may get stuck. That's fine. That's what my job is. That's when you need to probably email me to make an appointment to come and see me. And as I said, I'm always willing to see students who are stuck. That's my job. So flick me an email and we make a time and we sort it out. Do not leave it too late. All right. I look forward to working with you in the course, and let's get on with it.